So this is a surprise. Apparently, the original version of Star Fox Adventures, being Dinosaur Planet for the Nintendo 64, has found its way online. It's apparently a version of the game pretty late in development, though it is unfinished and the group that released it, being Forest of Illusion, do caution that it won't run perfectly on any emulator. Now this is pretty wild, because as one who grew up during the development of this game, I remember being so excited for what Dinosaur Planet appeared to be, which was an epic-length Zelda-like adventure for the Nintendo 64, which never released in its intended form. At the time, it starred two brand new characters, one being Crystal, who we now know from Star Fox Adventures, and plenty of fan art, and the other being Saber, a character we haven't seen since. And that's probably because, while the game was in development at Rare, Shigeru Miyamoto noticed that Saber looked a lot like Fox McCloud, and recommended the entire game switch direction based on that. Now here's where it gets really interesting, at least for me. And that's the fact that this is a pretty well-known story. Obviously, the game eventually released on GameCube with Star Fox Adventures, starring Fox McCloud along with Crystal. But what I didn't realize is that there was ever a version of Dinosaur Planet which Fox McCloud also appeared in, because that's exactly what's going on in this development version of Dinosaur Planet, where we can see an early model of Fox McCloud on the Nintendo 64. And although it looks nowhere near as good as the GameCube one, obviously, this is still a pretty impressive model, by far being the best version of Fox McCloud that we've seen on the N64 hardware. And it's actually just really impressive seeing how well the game holds up in general. Scales! See what I did there? I mean, just look at this guy. At a quick glance, the shot could almost be mistaken for the GameCube version. You know, if you're not wearing your glasses or something. But this game was clearly set to be a technical showcase on the Nintendo 64 hardware. And it's kinda neat that we're finally seeing more of this game, particularly a version that it seems most people didn't even know existed. And to that point, the reason we're even hearing about it now is because Forest of Illusion apparently purchased a disc containing this game from a private game collector in Sweden. And the build of the game is apparently listed as being from December 1st, 2000, or just a little over 20 years ago. Wow. So there you have it, Dinosaur Planet is now out there in the wild, and I am excited to see what other discoveries people may make in this build of the game. But what do you think about this news? Were you as surprised as I was seeing Fox McCloud in the Nintendo 64 version of the game? Let us know by posting in the comments below. And with that, thanks for watching, and of course stay tuned to Game Explain for even more Star Fox in the future, hopefully, and everything else Nintendo as well. We'll catch you later. Bye everyone.